It was supposed to be a relaxed, laid-back evening. My wife, Mia, had asked me to come along to a housewarming get-together, hosted by one of her co-workers. She promised it would be low-key, just a small circle of people from her office. I agreed, despite my dislike for those rigid, corporate-flavored socials where everyone puts on a pleasant face while quietly measuring each other. Still, I wanted to show up for her. Lately, we hadn't felt as close, and I hoped the night might help bridge that distance. I dressed in my best suit, grabbed a bottle of well-aged wine as a present, and reminded myself to stay pleasant. When we walked in, the room was alive, voices overlapping, laughter echoing off modern, polished walls. Yet almost right away, something felt wrong. Mia's focus wasn't on me. Her gaze kept drifting to a tall guy across the room who flashed a self-assured grin the moment he noticed her. His name was Derek, a close workmate of hers. I'd heard of him before, the kind who traded inside jokes with women and wore a condescending smile around men he didn't respect. When she introduced us, he shook my hand with casual indifference, his eyes sharp and superior. "So this is the husband," he said, like I was a side note in his story. The tone, half teasing, half dismissive, set off alarms in my mind. Mia laughed and nudged him lightly. "Derek, don't," she said. It sounded playful, but I instantly noticed the uneven dynamic. He fed on attention, and she was used to giving it. I stayed calm, returned the handshake, and held my tongue. As the evening dragged on, Derek's comments became more pointed. "Man, you're lucky, Mia. Settle down," he said while topping off his drink. "At the office, she gets noticed everywhere. Honestly, I'm shocked she didn't wait for someone a little more exciting." People nearby laughed. Mia pushed him and murmured, "Cut it out, Derek." But she was laughing too. That laugh, tight and uneasy, told me she didn't expect me to push back. She assumed I'd do what I always did, stand there and smile through it. For a second, I nearly did. Then something snapped. I'd been silent for too long, letting others, including her, treat my self-respect like an afterthought. I turned to Derek, my voice steady. "You're right," I said. The laughter died instantly. "She does turn heads at work. That probably explains why you keep staring, even though you know she'll never pick you." His grin wavered. "Excuse me?" he said, forcing a chuckle. I stepped closer. "Let's be real. None of your jokes tonight are about me. They're about your insecurity. You think tearing down her husband makes you look impressive. Doesn't. Just reminds everyone she's leaving with me, not you." The room fell quiet. Smiling faces turned stiff with shock. Mia's eyes widened. Derek tried to brush it off, raising his glass. "Hey, relax. I'm kidding." Cut him short. "Then aim the jokes at yourself next time," I said calmly. "Because tonight you're the joke." A few people snorted, quickly hiding their reactions. Derek's face burned red, his ego crumpling in front of everyone. He muttered something and stalked off toward the bar. Mia stood beside me, frozen, her glass trembling. For the first time all night, she wasn't laughing. She was finally seeing how that so-called friendship looked from the outside. The rest of the party was painfully tense. People kept glancing at me, some stunned, some impressed. I didn't care. I was done being agreeable just to keep the peace. When we left, the drive home was silent for 10 minutes. Then Mia spoke. "You didn't have to embarrass him," she said softly, eyes fixed ahead. I gave a dry laugh. "Embarrass him? He mocked me all night in front of you, and you laughed. But when I finally stand up for myself, I'm the bad guy." She didn't answer. She stared at her reflection in the window, pale and uneasy. At home, she turned to me, tears welling. "You made me look terrible," she said, her voice shaking. I looked at her, drained but firm. "No, Mia, you did that yourself. You let another man disrespect your husband and your marriage, and you laughed along. I just reminded him and you that respect isn't optional." Her anger faded. She sank onto the couch, quiet, humbled. I went to the bedroom, loosened my tie, and said softly, "Next time, think carefully about who you defend. When I'm the target." The next morning, Derek messaged her. I saw the alert light up her phone. "Tell your husband to relax. Some of us can handle a joke." Without hesitation, I picked up the phone, typed a response, and sent it. "You're right. Some people can take a joke. I won't when it involves my wife." I set the phone down. Mia didn't say a word. She understood it was finished between them. That smug little connection they'd shared was gone overnight. In the days that followed, she changed. She grew quieter, more thoughtful. She apologized. More than once, this time sincerely. I didn't realize how bad it looked, she admitted. You didn't have to step in like that. I smiled faintly. I wasn't standing up for you, Mia. I was standing up for us, or whatever's left of it. She looked down, tears gathering. For the first time in a long while, she understood. The weight of my silence and the price of my restraint. That party altered everything. I learned that reclaiming respect doesn't always mean raising your voice or throwing punches. Sometimes it's enough to speak once with clarity and let the truth do the rest. Derek lost his swagger. Mia lost her sense of control. And I rediscovered something. I'd forgotten: the strength to carry myself with dignity no matter who's laughing.